guys, it's EVOUndercover, and today I'm going to be showing you how to record any video in 720p with no lag, and what I use to render them out. Now, a lot of people think that Bandicam is not a good recording software, but it's actually one of the best out there, in my opinion, if you get it set up correctly. So, here I have mine. You can see where I have it registered, or you can see that I do have the full version and everything, so, these are just your output options, and if your Bandicam window is always on top and auto complete, that's all. The only thing I did was set an output folder in there. Over here you don't really need to mess with any of these unless you want to. Here's where you're gonna want to change stuff. I have my record and stop key set to F6. I don't have my mouse cursor hidden, and my mouse click effects are off. Now when we get into the settings, this is how you're going to want it to be set up. Your microphone as secondary sound device, and Windows 7 WAS API as your main, and that will make for some good audio recording. For your logo, you can just get a logo up. If you add a logo, say I were to take this one that is my YouTube logo, it would show up in this bottom corner over here when I'm recording. And effects, you just leave these alone unless you want them. And settings, I have mine set to high. You can set yours to something else, and so those are just those settings. If you go into the format settings, you have your rest of the settings. Now this, I don't know why that's set that high. You can just keep this on 29,970 for 30 FPS. I use YV12, and size I keep full size. This, I didn't touch any of this, and it seems to work fine for me, but that's up to you. Now that's about the rest of the settings and stuff. So if you want to record in 720p with your windows, and you can use Sizer. Now say I have this window open right here. This is gonna go off screen a little bit because I have it set to something else, but if I right click, resize, reposition, I have a preset for 720p HD. It opens it up and snaps it to the center of my screen. As you can see, I'm not centered very well. What that is it's called Sizer. Can right click down here and configure Sizer. I have this 1296 by 758. That works for my 720p, and it works pretty well. I have mine snap to center. You can set that to snap to anywhere. So say I have snap to I click OK, and then reposition to 720p. It'll snap to the bottom left, as you can see there. Now you can do that for anything that you want, but I like to keep mine on center because that's usually where I have my games at. Add Sizer to the items to the system tray icon, and icon of the system tray and that stuff. That's just so it'll show up down in the bottom next to your time and where your like Steam and stuff shows up. So now I use Adobe to edit, specifically Adobe Premiere Pro CC and Adobe Media Encoder CC. A couple of my friends use Sony Vegas. I just don't like that. It doesn't run well with my computer. So this works actually pretty great for me. If I open it up real quick and let this open, this does take a significant amount longer than Vegas to open, but it's worth it in my opinion. Just letting this open right now. You can also use the After Effects for editing, but I don't like to use that. I do like to use Photoshop for the graphical work, like my channel art and my logo and stuff like that. Okay, so now that I have this open, I can say drag in my intro and import the media, and then I can drag this down to the sequence, and you can see that that's good. So I'm just gonna lock both of these so they can't edit them and play it. But yeah, you get the idea. That works. And then I'm gonna save that real quick. Sorry about that. Recording program pros. So once you have that done, you can open up encoder, and this will show up like this. It'll open up. Make sure you have your project file like this ready. And we're just gonna wait for this to open up now. And of course, it would open up on my second screen. Let me get this over here and resize it. So once you have that open, you can just drag this in. It'll link up with encoder. And yeah, so in here I use 720p 2997 for my and then I use H.264 for my rendering. And I'm not gonna re-render this because that's just a waste of time since I already have my intro. But yeah, so that's how you can record 720p and render 720p for YouTube with some fairly cheap programs. I know Adobe is $30 a month, and Bandicam is like a $30 one-time fee. But yeah, I hope this helps some of you guys get started, and I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys later. Peace out.